This is my Gobo moving headlight review. This is a knockoff one, but it's basically the same as all the others. So on the back side, we have DMX in, out, and your IEC power in. On the other side, you have your control panel. And the light, the plastic feels very nice. And we have a big metal heatsink on the back. And it's overall a pretty good light. And as you can see, it's really close to the wall, so the beam's kind of washed out. But whenever it doesn't have any DMX signal, it just goes into a standalone mode, which is a kind of helpful feature. It has a manual focus ring on the light itself, but as you can see, there is a Gobo moving across the room. And now it's changed to cyan. The colors don't pick up very well on here, but they're pretty vibrant. And it's just going to keep going across the room. Now it's on an open. And it'll keep going like this for a while. It's changed to yellow. And I have to say, the beam isn't very defined. As you can see, light kind of leaks out, which isn't the best for a spot, but it's fine. Just about the light, if you move it too fast on the X-axis, sometimes it'll make a very loud, like, mechanical, I don't know how to describe it, but it's a very loud, like, clicking noise that doesn't sound right, and it sounds like something's breaking, which is a pretty big problem. And I've noticed it doesn't happen very often, but when it happens, it's very noticeable, and it's loud, and it feels like it's really bad on the fixture. And it's also very sensitive to getting touched, so just keep your hands away from it. But it does move pretty fast, which is good. The only thing is the lens collects dust really easy. One thing I just noticed that's pretty cool, if you leave the light on for a long enough time, the menu freezes and you can't control it. Now we're gonna see what all the channels are, and after this, I'll show what it looks like in Onyx. It's not natively in Onyx, so I had to make a profile for it, which was pretty painful. Now let's review the DMX mode. Channel 1 is your X. Oh, there, it's doing it. That's what I was talking about. If you move the X too fast, it does that, which really sounds bad. And now it's off its rotation. Yeah, so this is one of the problems with it. So now you have to unplug it and plug it back in and let it reset, which that's pretty annoying. And the other thing is you can't reset it via DMX, you have to reset it on the actual fixture. And now it's permanently off tilt, so you have to manually move it back. So that's a pretty big problem. Alright, let's go through the channels. So, channel 1 is X, channel 2 is X fine, channel 3 is Y, channel 3 is Y fine, channel 5 is your Gobo, is your color. One second, let me aim it where I can see it. Or where the Gobos will show up. Let's just aim it straight up. So this is its default Gobo. Then you can go to the different colors or a color wheel automatic spin, which isn't variable, which is kind of annoying. This is your Gobo, which it comes with Gobo spins, so that you can't change the color. And open is like right here, so if you want it on open, you have to set your default value in your program, which is pretty annoying. Channel, what would this be? Channel 6, I can definitely count. Channel 7 is your strobe, which you have to leave all the way on for the light to even come on. Channel 8 is your dimmer, so this is fully dimmable. And then the next channels, I think this one is your pan tilt speed. No. One of the channels is like automatic mode, so it can automatically go into sound mode. Is this sound mode? Yeah. Sound mode. Then one of them is your pan tilt speed. I think it's still in a sound mode. This light's very weird, but overall I still would recommend it. It has its flaws, but it's still a pretty good light. Now we're gonna try it out in Onyx, which is my lighting console of choice, not Freestyler. Freestyler is just what came with my UDMX dongle, which is what I used for a while, but I got it all rigged up with Onyx, and Onyx is a lot better, and Onyx is a very, very good console. One thing I just noticed is you can put it in channel 512, which shouldn't be possible. And I waited too long and the menu froze. So that's great. So now you have to wait for it to reset, but eventually it'll reset. Then we have to set it back to the actual channel that we want it, which for this is 31. So it should go straight up if it worked right. Come on. How do you save again? I can't remember. Yeah, it should be at an angle, an orange, and a spiral gobo right now. That's not right. What'd I do? Yeah, there we go. The menus are kind of confusing on this thing. So here's how I have it set up. I have the strobe channel already defaulted to open, or to 100, which it has to be for the fixture to work. Dimmer is on the intensity channel. Strobe is up here, so slow to fast. And once I click fast, it'll go, and then anything in between. So let's put that back to open. Pan and tilt work fine. And also, it only does that weird thing in Freestyler where it does the weird mechanical thing. I think Onyx actually gives some delay, or not delay, but fades in your signals whenever you just click like that. But, so, here's how fast it can spin. It's pretty fast. Let me center those back out. Actually, let me aim it at this door, because that's white. All my colors are viewable in the 2D plan. So red, cyan, all these. Then color wheel. I have it say slow to fast, but it's really just all the way or nothing. So let's put it at something like, let's just leave it on open. Because open is the brightest. That's kind of a weird thing. But then it defaults to open, but you can choose your shapes. So like spiral, that's what I called this. Then you can go through all your shapes until you get to the shakes, which the Gobo shakes, which didn't, I don't know why their name didn't come up, but anyway, they come up on there. So yeah, that's what that can do. Then your pan tilt speed, which can make it slow down. So it's variable speed motors, which is cool. So I could put it back to fast and then set it back to where it was. So this is overall a really good light. This was, I think, $75, so it's really good for the price.